Today I want to talk about Tomenka who analyzer lobola. What is lobola? Now, if any white person or Indian person or any other race would ask you what is lobola, you would define lobola as a bride's money. It's bride's money. I think English maybe some dowry. Not English. Other countries they refer to bride money as dowry. Like countries like Kenya, Tanzania, yes, they know it as dowry. Enkosi, Eva. Yeah, in South Africa we call it lobola. So lobola in a nutshell, it is definitely dowry. It is definitely bride's money. And in the white culture, white people, European, it's actually the other way around. It's not the man that pays dowry, but it is the lady that pays. That's why I always say to offense, look for a white girl. Bona, ke a mo botsa ngwanaka ke re ye tlohela marao le di-boobs. It's tswa da. Yeah, usually, mostly 99.9 in a European setting or white people setting, it would be the bride that pays dowry. And then in our culture, then it will be Sbusiso paying a dowry, yana lady, right? That's correct. Dowry is paid to the groom or his family. I am absolutely certain about that, Mabato. And then in the Arabic culture, there's not even a bride price. When you go up there, the Arabic way, there is no dowry. Habapatale dowry batho bale. But it's also because of the Islam religion. It doesn't have anything to do hore naledi ke 1.1. Hey guys, banyana ba bang ke bo di-million guys. Hey, wait, and apparently they are saying you as a lady, you are not supposed to know. But again, is it a good thing as well for the lady to know how much she's worth? Imagine if they tell you you are worth 25 cows. So it means when a lady is going to the kitchen, it's like moo. It's like moo one, moo two, moo three. Yeah, so it's like moo until moo 25. Yeah, so when you are walking around, it's like 25, 25. Hello, as I was breaking down lobola to a lot of my 70s, 80s, 90s, we looking at lobola like in the lobola that my family received. It was like, oh, okay. Oh, it was like, okay, routine. But if you ask me, where did that money go to? Who does that money belong to? Hakitse. If now I have to teach Ofense or Nandipa or Busisiwe the ins and outs of lobola, I wouldn't be able to explain. Now, as we are, is it evolving? As we are moving with the times, I can see that lobola yet deflate. It is losing its value. It is losing because if now I ask Offense, do you like Matabo? He says yes. They move in, pa la 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 la. Lobola, it will be like, what? Where? Who? What? You know? So, Banabarona, they don't see it. Banabarona, there's a lot of things that they don't see the importance of. And I don't blame them. Yes, that's true, Fufu. It's losing its value. And again, who is supposed to instill the value? Where are the men? Where are the men? They are all over. They are chasing the bum. They are chasing the boobs. So they are not there to implement these things into our children to say, this is the importance of lobola. So it is losing its worthiness. It is. It is. But is it important? I would say yes, it is important, but it's losing its value. Can I say that in the same line? It is important, but it's losing its value. Why is English in a I use important and lose value in the same sentence? Yeah, it felt a little bit awkward. Now, guys, how did I come up with this topic today? I was actually talking to a friend. I was actually talking to a friend, and a friend was saying, Nana lady, I don't mind to pay my lobola. And I was like, hey, what did you say? I mean, no, na mind. I don't mind to go deep in my pocket and help my partner halfway and say, hey, partner, you know, I know there's somewhere where it gives me the gel. Now she was saying, if I know I am ready to submit, hey, there's the word again. She said, now, lady, let me tell you why. I'm about to call her name. I was about to call her name. She says, let me tell you why I am ready to meet my partner halfway. If I am able to show this man the tools, if I am able to submit to him, then what is lobola? Now that was her argument. Her argument was like, I know, Mos, he is the man of the men and he's doing the manly things. So why am I not going to help? And what if what if Spusiso says, Naledi, I will pay you back. Maybe right now I don't have 500,000. Maybe right now I don't have 500,000 that your family is asking. And then Busiso comes with the 250, and then Naledi comes with the 250. And remember, we keep it hush hush. Ne? We keep it between Naledi and Sbusiso. So Sbusiso says, no, Naledi kinali 250. And then Luena unali 250. Let's finish the lobola. And then when I get my promotion, I pay you back, babe. Now, is there a problem? Is there a problem with that statement? And what if Sbusiso pays back? But again, there's that angle as well. What if Sbusiso runs? E. Yeah, it's like baby sang that coin Ellen when you do it like this is still hate. You do it like this is still hate. So it's a funny bone situation. You know, yeah, what if Sisbusi he runs away? What if he leaves me with two boys and two girls and a big house and he's still minus 250,000? Yeah, ne? Now, what I wanted to explain is the home, di buela sake. I might be related to Sbusiso. Sbusiso might be Mutuala wa Mutuala, Oileng Atuala Mutuala. But because the lineage is not so close, Bona, Pagat, Ngena Sbusiso. Now, that is what I call the home, di buela sake. Now, sometimes it cannot even be mzala wa mzala, otwalang mzala wa mzala. It can be even your step that is in the Arab society. It can even be your step because most of Arab culture, they don't recognize the step, you know? They anyway, let me not get into the family tree. Now, even if it's step, they will say, ke ngwana ka mo, naledi Mary Sbusiso, pu, di khomo, di khutlela sakeng. Or saying surname or not related, same. DK, Bona, yeah, khalas. If they can just say khalas, done. But at church, we were taught that, yo, sweetie, you wanna touch church? Okay, let me read your comment. But at church, we are taught that a man should pay what is due to the lady's family. But sweetie, what if he can't at that moment? What if at that point he cannot bring half? But when, sweetie, you have it. And God has blessed you with that money. Thank you, Simpiwe. God has blessed you. Well, when at the moment you go, but at church, yo, there's a lot of things that I can bring with, but at church. But now, guys, the topic that I'm carrying out right now is it okay for a lady to pay for her? The more I say it, the wrong it gets. Is it okay for a lady to pay for her lobola? Is there anything wrong with that? Is Sbusiso will pay back, Mos. And even if Sbusiso doesn't pay back, it's okay. It's half. Now, here's another scary part. Ne? Whenever I think about this thing, the way you guys, you have made social media your friend, the way you guys have made social media into your pocket, I can see Rilebuhile coming here and throwing her dirty laundry. Yo, yazi lo Sibusiso, nimbona anje. Hey, mina guys ngakhiphi half yelobola. Nimbona anje, namhlanje hamba nge-A3. Lento le yayenzwa yimi. Iyakhwe yimi lento. Yes. That's why you guys end up doing, you end up coming to TikTok, you end up coming to Facebook, you end up coming to Instagram, throwing your dirty laundry. Now, why do I have a problem with that lady? Let me tell you. I have a problem with Rilebuhile coming here and exposing Sbusis. When the two of you were still in love, when the two of you were still doing women on top, when things were still okay, when you agreed to pay the 250, you didn't include us. Now, that is the problem that I have with those ladies. Once the shit hits the fan, you switch on the live button. You are coming here onto this space. Guys, you don't understand uSibusiso. Nimbona namhlanje sekakhekile sekakwazi nokugqoka isuit yimi. Yes, when things were okay, wabona Precious, when things were okay, when you agreed to this arrangement, you didn't include us. You didn't press the live button to say, guys, naba abo malume bayeza, nai 250 ganaled. You didn't. You didn't. That's why I have a problem with those ladies. And they are going to like me and they are going to hate me. And if they hate me for the truth. Right now, when people start to cry here, I question, especially ladies. I question the source of the 2 liter of tears. Because when things were hunky-dory, you didn't press that button. When Spusiso was taking you to Dubai and you were eating ikaka, you didn't press the live button. But now, Spusiso has ran away with 250,000. You have the audacity. Accepted you. Ulu, come in with an opinion here. Yes, I would love to hear that. Greetings, Precious.
Greetings to everyone. I'll say no because a man was made to prove to my parents by paying lobola. So if now I pay for my own lobola, I'm meaning what I can take care of myself. And what
Precious,
if,
according to who? According to culture.
according to culture, yes.
Okay.
According to culture, that's how it is. It was made for a guy to prove hore o tlo kgona ho patala o tlo kgona ho mhlokomela, sorry excuse. So now what if I give him money, then tomorrow he will tell me, remember you marry yourself, I didn't marry you, because now he has found someone else, and in a week o thola hore o kgone ho ntsha tjhelete to lobola the other girl I'm totally within a week, while when you take out money to pay yourself. So men, they can do anything to keep their woman no matter what. Men can tell you to wait until I'm okay. then ke tlo ya ko heno ke ntsha magadi. Some of the men, they can keep you around just so you can be chef tsa bona, a cooker and a cleaner, and to give you the assurance that they will marry you. They can say, baby, just borrow me money, let me marry you now. Nna ka hosane ke tlo ntsha tšhelete, ke tlo patala. Tomorrow moshimane o reka BMW e ntšha cash, o hlolwa yini o keep imali yokulobola? I don't know if my points are clear or I'm just bambalang la,
No,
but
no, Precious, your points are clear, Mara. The points are how had it concrete. Iroko bonse A1 is in concrete.
hmm.
So when ore company ra ema, because if you don't go to my family to show them that you can provide, then you are not a man.
Not really that you are not a man, but I believe uh, most of the guys, they will make sure they reach to a certain stage to keep you.
So
I
keep
can
track.
give example, Kanna. Let me just give example about me. I met my man, sorry, in a week. He called off each and every girl he was dating. After 3 months, I go high. Ariniyeza. Ubaba
Continue, Precious.
wamhlawulisa. My father wamhlawulisa because he didn't know I was staying with the man. So mina ngesikhathi ngithi when you just run away nje bangazi ukuthi ukuphi kanti uhlala endodeni, mhlazana indoda leyo yovela uzohlawuliswa, not a big money, just to say ngiyaxolisa ngithethe umntana wenu ngaphandle kwemvumo yenu. We dated for almost 6 years. Ahamba ayekhaya. No, okay. After that 3 months ayovela ekhaya. Ngaba pregnant. Wahamba wayohlala. But still, I'm still coming. After 2 years, wahamba wayokhipha amalobolo. Maceda ukhipha amalobola. Wathi baby yazi kuthini, the only thing now I can do is to take out amalobola, but the wedding we cannot do because angimanga kahle. But trust me, we're gonna do it the way you want. 2021, he came to me and said, "Na imali yomshado, we can do anything much. I'm okay. We can just get married the way you wanted." We did get married.
Hey,
I've been like,
how pegu mommy, Precious. Mommy, please attend to the little one. I don't let people ignore little ones.
okay,
Olu,
Nisha.
please come in.
Okay, let me just finish so get more full attention.
Ha ke sebetse yalo. Precious, if you know me, I will not allow you to do that. You attend to that child first. Olu, let's go.
Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me, the black sheep of the family.
But ho
So
na le party more Precious ke sa dumellaneng le yena. Hore lobola e prove hore motho ke monna. I think in a mental block daso. Mara shoot Olu, shoot.
I dingata Osnelit, dingata. You know when you said this whole lobola thing is losing its value, right? If we had to look back, or what was the purpose of lobola? Ditjhelete tse di patetsweng ke monna Precious. Sorry. Xolo.
Yeah, including ele aiseng ngokuhlawula, right? Yes.
The money that this man had to pay. Hore Precious a ilo dula le monna ole. Awa. I ilo dula le monna ole. That like he literally got fined just because Precious decided to go and fat and said. He just Liana Mus, she's part of the problem. Mus.
Oh, kuyawuthola Olu. Because
Why
this
would
guy
you
is
think
not living Li Precious is living with this guy. Yes. So Bali too. Yes, I
why
get.
would Claudia Mutomo? Akahan. Even if we can say ke monna he, mara akere ba ratane and they decided together that they're gonna do 1, 2, 3. So why is one person being maybe hlaulad or whatever? That type of thing. So you already paid a fine. Jiki jigu patala fine ya hore o spatisitse. Oh, sorry. He impregnated Precious. Tšhelete ya bobedi. That's why Precious a kry-a lenyalo ka nako. Precious ne ke bo kry-ile lenyalo ka nako. Ne ke bo kry-ile lenyalo ka nako. Mara ko heno le ba tlhaola. Anyways, it's not about Precious. I'm just using her,
As an example.
as
Yes.
as an example because she started the conversation. But here's the thing. Osnanid. Nah, personally, why I said yes, it's because guys, tšhelete e mahadi. I feel go tshwantse go teng. I feel go lenyalong. Yeah, with this money we're gonna use it to help out at the wedding. Hey, families lies to us, eh? They lie, eh? Tšhelete eo e ja ke malome a gago a sa itseng le birthday ya gago a o sena lady. That's why I don't see any fault in taking out. There's no way my husband is gonna lobola me with more than 100,000. Why? Why? Because
So if go ahead, Olu, let's make an example. If go ahead, nobody Olu lobola haki 50K, where now you would go 25.
I would. Nah. Nangayenta. Even if someone says, hey, it's a disrespect, kai, hey, nangayenta. My uncles don't know my birthday. Right? My mom,
Oh,
ungudisite.
Ngari Kaibona Olu, so meaning the uncles how they are going to eat half a portion as so.
My dad will be toiling for months to put together that 50K to give to people who didn't even born. Contribution.
So all of this money goes to the uncle, who is your mother's sister.
Yes. Brother.
Your mother's, oh, that's an aunt. Mother's sister is an aunt. Yes, this is your mother's brother. Yes.
Diapo, look over
Now,
mama.
if Maka Hana brother, then
Mahal.
wait,
That's why some
wait.
people even involve other
Oh,
people outside, other male figures who raise the child, like pastors, simply because there's not a lot of, male figures, just so that there's male figures present at that point. Nabagopabaga, personally, from my father's side, no one is gonna, be attending malobolo negotiations, unfortunately. But, if it happened that my mom, it was only their sisters, maybe their husbands will be the ones negotiating, being present. Ke ka mokgwa ke itseng.
wait again. Give a little to explain that because I think
Yeah, it
Zulu,
differs.
Sotho, Tswana is different.
But then it goes back
Yeah.
to the very same point, even if it differs, Osnalit, but it shouldn't be exploitation. The one thing that brides are doing and that is killing their marriages before it starts is not having a conversation with their parents or their uncles who are very greedy, who have never even smelt 100,000, but they can say it on the table plainly. So, no one are like 100,000. Azange ba e bone ko accountong ya bone mara ba batla 100,000. As a woman, it's quite important prior to the here we saw letter wa botsa na monna ka his pockets are this deep. Anything more than that re ka se kgone. Do you understand that, Ausnaledi? Now you wa thola unku o shwela ka mohare. Your man goes out, makes all these loans that you wena ho fetsa o bina mole dust e o tswalletse matlho dikoloto tseo catering eo you're gonna pay it for the first decade of your marriage.
Mara wa tseba, Olu, ha ke sheba the unfair part ya lobola ne as you are talking. it does have that element of being unfair. Now, what if Sibusiso is that guy that Pressure is talking about? The one who wants to show Nindo, Nina, you keep 500,000 and then he pays for it and then he dies. Now hold on, why am I saying Lobola in that unfair side of it? Because you cannot foretell where this Lobola, where you cannot tell the future. Now the moment Busiso Atrokopan and Caesar half a million, the millions are coming for you.
Why utlwisisa Ausnaledi? You know the depths of your partner's pocket. You as a wife. Now you go tell your mother. Gore bafowethu, certificate go home affairs ke 75 rand. If you guys are not willing to take that 30,000 that my husband, or rather fiance at that time, has, we will go and sign in peace. Rasmela ka di photo ka certificate sa 75 ranta. Ax ro aha motse ka 30,000 e ne re ntse re ro lefa yona mahala.
Mama, would you say this? I want to keep to 500,000. Do you think this 500,000 is not going towards the wedding?
Che.
Okay, everything careful. Fufu, greetings before you forget your one
Yo,
already
Arsenal
requested.
lady, it's a lot, ne? And okay, greetings everybody. And I wanna come in another format, yeah, perspective, yeah. I'm talking this from experience, basically. Now, yes, I wouldn't pay lobola for myself. And yes, I would pay lobola for myself. It's a 50-50 thing. The guy that I dated is very rooted into wanting to prove hore I can do it myself without you assisting me. But if he came in a form of saying, can you help me? I wouldn't mind helping him. Understand? One, because my mom that I'm left with now is literally my aunt, ne? And then my biological mother and my biological father, they passed on. So she's the one who is in charge of me. So she was in my negotiations in the lobola. And when I spoke with my husband, that is my husband now, when I spoke to him, I asked him, Hore, Lavi, how much money do you have for amalobola negotiations? And he said to me, no, when I go home and ask them, Uguti, how much are they going to ask me for amalob? Because everything was done deal, I was not lady. After proposing, I knew the next step is marriage because he even said it. Or no, after this, it's marriage. So when I went home, I did a meeting because I don't have uncles. Akina abutu wa mama, akina abutu wa
Yeah,
papa. Akina
that's what
akina
I was thinking.
okay, kina libo ragadi, but hakina the closest ragadis and the closest aunts. There's only two aunts that I'm close with. So now that I don't have a father, I don't have an uncle, I don't have a mother and a father. um my ngwana Ramoholo wa ka, I took him as a brother to me because he's old. He sat down with us and said, ka culture ya rena rona bo Mmakobela, because my surname ke Mmakobela ke Mopedi. He said ho na le kgomo ya mme, ho na le kgomo ya papa, and then ho na le dikgomo tsa hao he as o le makoti wa bona. Yeah, understand? So let me break it down for you. If, for example, they say 50,000 rand, you need to count and say, kgomo ya mama ke 10,000, ya papa ke 10,000, and then it's say three tsa di 10 ke tsa hao wena as makoti. Yeah, understand? And then you uyabala hore this is the lobola money that is required from habo monna. And then on top of that, Ausna lady, there is this thing called umembeso in after lobola being paid, the exchanging of gifts. where the Makoti family needs to buy gifts for Bokukuba. And nowadays they even bring back the dead people. Like in as much as Loro Nabantite Homuya Mama le Papa and Bashoka. So what happens here, Kehore? Your question was, will you pay lobola for yourself? If Nakisha Bakasaitaka Ausnalet, I love this man, I wanna get married to this man, and I don't wanna lose him. Kina Leona 50,000, Leona only 50,000, go here Subabatla 100,000. I give him this 50,000 and a 50,000, eba 100. Utla ko hes. Utlon samahad. Hakina
But
batswadi.
Fufu, would you tell Batubako Hen who you went half?
I wouldn't, Ausnaledi, because I'll be degrading his dignity. My family wouldn't respect him. They wouldn't take him as a man. That is why I am saying, yeah, because now I'm into Zulu men. And Zulu men like that cultural thing of saying, mina ngiyindoda, ngiyinhloko, you
Okay.
understand?
Continue here, Fufu. I
Yes.
just wanted to
So
know, worry. Now that you are going 100, 50, 50, 100, will you even whisper to your mom and say, Mama Pela, afunyana ede kiaka?
I wouldn't, I was not lady.
Okay.
Remember, we are living under a culture that was created by someone who died a long time ago, and they are not here to answer why we're not supposed to pay Lobola half like they do.
Fufu, maybe he has blue eyes and white skin.
So, Camille. So, Ausna
Okay.
lady, another thing that I want to come in with, Kihori, the reason why I allowed my husband, because now one thing that I was willing to help my husband to pay Lobola for me, because when I dated him, he was working. But after he proposed to me, his company got banned during looting, and then he lost the job. But there was money that was coming out. That's how he managed to pay Ilobola. But I saw if I took out 50-50 Naliena, because I also had money, I also had an inheritance from somewhere. Chelete eka udimo ho 90,000, you understand? So Lena otlaka chelete high probably sing ingata hakalo. So if ko high ba re ba batla this. So I saw her, okay, this guy o na le 70,000 and they go hesu ba batla 100,000. Let me just sit down with the family and tell them, guys, monna wa ka pokoto ya high, it goes up to this far. You can't go above 50,000, and if you go above 50,000, still that money is not going komatsohong aluna, it comes koruna, because I don't have parents, remember, I don't have a father, I don't have and that's what happened basically. Naturally, mahadi, it's the money that I used to buy furniture at home here, basically where I am. I pay you pay, either you pay rent, you wash, you buy a washing machine. The only thing that you do, you take out homuya mama le homuya papa, you leave it at home. All the siblings, how they want you get close to liteng, they don't eat that money, they use it to buy something e tshwarehang. Yeah, understand? So now I am coming in that culture ya hore in my culture there is this thing called dikgomo di kgutlela sakeng. So before I got married to Papankazi, my aunt, my extended long lost family member ya Papa, because I was go Bohomo to in the funeral. She said, "Hey, when I lemtswala haula tshwanelana wait, a ka ntsha lobola ya 20 ya 50%, le wena wa kopantsha wa ntsha 50% la nyalana kgomo tsa kgutlela sakeng." That made sense because that's the culture ya rona that I don't know. Now I don't have a culture because my parents never taught us any culture under the sun. But when I went to my father's side, I found out there is this culture that is happening. And sadly enough, the guy died like 2 years ago. The one that they told me hore I can get married to him, and they even said plus when we will have beautiful kids, black and white in tonton. So the lobola thing, lady, I like the fact that she said it lost its value. Nowadays we have uncles and fathers who wants to cash in money without even knowing the hardness of grooming and taking care of the kids. You have your long lost father who left you when you were 3 months. Now you are 18, you are getting lobola and tonton, and then you invite your father or your uncle, as Ulu said, even their uncles don't even know their birthday. They don't even send you an SMS asking you how are you. But that person have the audacity of sitting into your lobola negotiations and asking for money that it wasn't even his retirement money that she got. We understand. It's the money scheme. Now my family told me, after lobola, all money is coming to your account. All money. And I was lucky enough, I never used it for useless things because my husband paid lobola. We arranged a marriage without the lobola money. And then we went to honeymoon without the lobola money. Then after everything, we took the lobola money and used it for ourselves.
But Fufu, you are counting a cow for this, a cow for that, a cow. I think there is. It's just that Hakiba to dissect a lobola. I know that other cultures banally this thing ebaring naledi ki lawyer, naledi ki doctor. So there is going to be a portion ya hore ngwana rona o rutehile. So we are going to add another 50,000.
I was telling they need to go pay that money go nas fast because nowadays our parents do not take us to school, but we get the education sa rona ka nas fast. Ke tsona tse re patalang ko sekolong. Gore re be bo doctor, re be di nurse, re be di lawyer. Bo blade, they need to sit in that lobola negotiations and get half of the money and take it back to other kids so that they can also have a good education. If Mtswadi wa hao is saying, but my son or my daughter is a unale LLB in before they can even claim that money because now re tsamaya re patadisa batho ditšhelete tse kgolo tse kana not knowing hore le ngwana ha o dula rese o jile eng. That's stupidity and the value it lost there a o sena ledi hona. No, if you were not married o le ko Middle East, mama ha a dule ko negotiations a re ngwana ka o palama aeroplane ngwanaka she's been into 50 countries ka tšhelete ya mang ya company, then the company must come and get 50% ya lobola negotiations, finish and clear.
What a wow! Nana kere nkile ka utlwa a bird said sometimes ausnaledi ba kenya tšhelete ya hore ngwanyana o badile. So that's why the price is going up. Now guys, in the same breath ke tlo nka Precious next. So Precious ya ka line jwalo jwalo. Welcome Lelo, welcome Makoloi. Now, in the same breath, I want to say this. A lot of things have become money-making schemes. So why wouldn't Lobola be one of them? Kitaweza example, church. Church has become a money-making scheme. If you look at half, not even half, if you look at 70% of churches in South Africa, it's money-making scheme. Is pa wow miracle. Bareka batho by 55 ba namele di wheelchair and they are healed. Now, why wouldn't you think Uncle Jablan also woke up somewhere and said, "Hi, mina claim maligana lady." Let's go back to when we had a series, ya di police, la hopola batho ba shweleng. Even in those policies, people are gaining money. So anything is now becoming a money-making scheme, including lobola. Precious, am I taking you next? Precious, welcome back.
Yes, I'm back. Uh,
Precious Wakati.
fix something in Italy logo. I didn't negotiate. Lanko no. Network
Yeah,
yaka ipu. Sorry. Okay.
okay, it's a more
I was saying.
emotional.
Okay, I'm in the other room now.
Precious, stand on top of a mountain, please. DK, welcome. Boa, Precious, request again. DK, greetings.
Greetings. Okay. The question is, will I pay for
Your own lobola.
my own lobola? No. And the other question that ke tlo e throw ke hore, is lobola necessary? Yes. Because okay, let me start the question ya mathomo. I won't pay for my own lobola. My reasons is Africa, a man is the head of the family, right? And then if I pay my own lobola, then I don't feel like that man utoba man enough to take care of the family. And again, I married myself because of I paid my own lobola. No, yeah, I didn't marry you. You married yourself. Blah blah blah. I won't have a say more that anything because of I paid for my own lobola. And then it's easy for you. Now, I'm not saying what banna ba patetse mahadi a ba tsamaye, but it will be easy for you because of you married yourself. And yes, there is bargaining. Mahadi hona yanong a lositse value ya teng because batho hona banong ke business, ba ira business, ne? You can expect hore o patele over 100,000 for lobola, and then these two people, they are still going to start a new life. So when overcharge that money, o expect hore ba ilo start a life ka eng because of monna ha a le serious o tlo tsamaya a ire dikoloto, and that's so that anyale motho a morata. Then what is going to happen ka bona ba le under dikoloto ha ba ilo start a new life, right? And then again, re kopanya the family, like the family will come, even if they pay 50 rand. I mean, ha hona a format e leng hore e ngwetse gore mahadi tshwantse e nne bokae. Ha hona mo ba ngwetseng, ha hona constitution or rule e reng hore mahadi tshwantse e nne bokae. Any amount e leng hore e family ya after e sharp. You know, nna mahadi ya ka ne, mahadi, because ke godisitse ke nkgono. Mahadi aka a negotiated ke my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, and my granny. Bali 3. Ba ne ba bontshana mabaka. Then ba reach agreement. Now what's na bo malome ba mafisa ba bolelang ka bona ba re bolelang ka bona gore they don't even know your date of birth, they don't even know size ya panty ya how, they don't even know nothing ka wena, but ba tla ba bitsa tšhelete ntšhi eo. It was my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, and my granny, but ne ba le only 3. So ba reachitse agreement ba le 3, ba fetsa ba le 3. So, and then again, are leveling the disadvantage again, tsa lobola, right? The disadvantage tsa lobola, ke hore a lady he monna mo pateletse mahadi again. Hana e say this lady. Monna o tlabe a mmotsa hore ha bua le ena, and then a mmotsa a re I'm the head of the family, ko nyetse ke se tšhelete ntšhi ko heno, and morao ina GBV ba bolayana because the man untshitse 250,000 ya mahadi, and if this lady wa mo tlogela, the man o bona gore no, I ke tlo lose tšhelete ntšhi, so I let me kill this mpya. A ke re ba re bitsa di investor khaogana, a ba re bitsa di dog hester khaogana, this man, you know. So yeah, naki kam naki perceive the whole situation ya lobola ka teng osnaledi.
Okay, DK, if you understand the name, hunale point e ke batlang ho ilukisa, because this point in Tula offside. E re ko jwetsa hore ke point e feng. Lelo, I'm gonna take you next. Hunale point that keeps on repeating, and a point e nkare e wrong, guys, a re ilukiseng. Hunale point e reng If a man does not pay for lobola, you are not proving to me you are a man. Yo ashumu tua ulu. Guys, are we looking saying more pale? Because let me tell you what I define as a man. The boy that I am raising, offense, is a man. Whether he has paid or not paid lobola, he's still a man. Now, why are we taking a step saying for Sbusiso to prove himself he's a man, he needs to pay lobola? I look saying more. No, my dear sisters, let's fix that one first. Before now, for a man to prove to me that he is a man, he needs to show that he can pay lobola. Aren't there other things that he can do that I can still say he's a man? I really look saying, guys, no, I just read the statement to say, and I can
lady culturally monna ke tlhogo ya lelapa,
yes.
right? Ke tlhogo ya lelapa, o tshwanetse a femele lelapa la gagwe, right? And then he ke tswa ko gae as a queen, ko gae ba mpona as a queen, as a princess. So he monna o antseya, I will belong to go family ya gae, and then he must show my family hore o na le di capabilities tsa gore a ntlhokomele.
I'm still stuck. Come in, Ulu. Kinali mental block.
Bagolo ba me. Okay, I'm back again. No, I won't help a man pay lobola. Ausna lady, you know, in that term, right? You know, guys, why is he proving to your family hore he's man enough to take care of you? I get Luena in the beginning when you start being in a relationship with this person, you had to see the qualities of a husband in this person that you trust him enough to provide. Now, lobola mean aim. It was just to come together as families, right? It's the unifying two families, right? The coming together of two families. And hasore tshwantse ilo prove o provela hore o provide la lapa le lefeng lona le thomang, because your
Because
family hasn't
Ulu,
started.
na point ya ka ke ye. The moment offense leaves my house, I know I have raised a man. Now, for the fact that he cannot answer lobola ya matabo, now my son will be called Hasimunna. Ho na le ntho e wrong. Ho na le ntho e wrong mo.
And gonna go, they want ridiculous amounts at a short space of time, guys. Let's be realistic.
Hello, hello.
Lobola defines a man.
Exactly. No, it doesn't.
Let's go
It
back to
doesn't.
the drawing board.
It
Arge.
doesn't.
Hello,
I
Makoloi.
think
Listen,
Hi, Sister
guys,
Lady.
this is my sister from Botswana. This Kawara Hana
How are
load
you?
shedding.
This topic is quite sensitive. Oh, when you look at it in both ways, and culturally and the adopted culture, which is the Western, is quite simple. Like the era that we are in now, if it was for me, I would cancel Lobola because a lot of couples are still struggling to pay for lobola, are still failing to marry because of unnecessary charges that our parents are opting. Yes, it was a culture, and somehow we decided as years and years comes or changes, they tend now to increase the prices unnecessary. How ka lebella batho ba le bantsi, like they want to marry, but just because of lobola they can marry. And then when you look at the church sector, some churches, they don't need lobola, or some cultures, they don't need lobola. You'll be just saying a courtesy to say thank you. And then when you look at the other part of Africans, is a must. Some culture, when you just go to the marriage official, what, you pay whatever is 40 rand or 80 rand for the certificate, does it? And then when it comes to cultural activities, the person is being limited. And that will make you feel less of a man or less of a woman. The society wouldn't even allow you to take in those activities, of which is not fair, because you have somebody whom you call a husband. And in other words, the thing that is hindering you to participate in cultural activities is just lobola, of which is wrong. Imagine I'll be staying with somebody for about 20 years, 25 years. We are failing to pay 8 cows.
I has
It's so
8.
sad.
Makoloi has 8.
No, this side is 8. In
How?
our side is 8. Some is 8, some is
Aye.
3 or 2. It depends where you are from in the part of the country.
8.
Yeah, some, if such could be charged around 24,000 or 30. It will just depend
Guys,
how the
are yang Botswana,
negotiation.
are yang Botswana.
Yeah. So, but
Makoloi.
hela gone is not fair. The way we are looking at things, how they are, people are living in hard times, guys. Go thata. And you will love somebody just because he can't pay, or you end up breaking up. You end up finding another solutions. Then the next thing you'll be calling, o itse go tshudisa bana fela ka mo ga ba supporte ga nya le ngwana rona, mare why? Ke se kopa, all kind of those things, but the man is willing inside.
Yeah.
So if a one cow is 3.8 or 4.5, and then multiply that with 8 or whatever is 10 that they'll be charging, there's a problem. It's hard, and you'll be having to start another life, paying school fees for your kids. The survival is a costly. At least we just say something to appreciate. Kinda what you need is just a certificate so that you can process with other things. But now you'll be bound or no. We want this amount. And the sad part of it, those uncles and aunts, they never even take care of you or call you and see how you are, and they will be the ones that, no, we want 4.5. Each car is 4.5. For what? They don't even know you that much. You only find them in the negotiation. After the negotiation, when you start divorcing, you call them, some they don't even care. So sometimes it depends on the two of you. If you don't want to pay, get the certificate. Now, I wouldn't mind going to the magistrate and get the certificate I'm married. Nobody will question me. I have the right. I have the right. Imagine the upcoming generation. They will do that. They will sneak in Africa. They will sneak and say, no, we are married. When we start to say, hey, lobola for who? So they need to change this thing. We need to upgrade the system as much as we know is a culture. But those people who were making those cultural things, some are normal. And some die, sorry to say that, some have left this place without even paying lobola for their loved ones.
Correct. That is so true.
Yeah. So, but at some point we have to look at some of these things that are the ones leading to passion killing, adultery and all kinds of things that we can't see, but that is what they're leading to. Because I have stayed with you for 15 years, and somebody stays with someone for 3 months, immediately they pay lobola. You see? And the one for 15 years, they're struggling. They want to get the structure done. Kids grow and all likes. By the time when they reach that moment of paying lobola, sickness comes or anything. That money they
Eish.
have to use it for
Yeah, that's
somewhere else.
true.
But we have to be considerate as much as we consider other things. Even you, when you have a partner, you have to also be considerate. That partner is your lifetime partner. It's not somebody who will, you can say, it's a temporary thing, unless you are not sure of the road that you want to hit up to. So we have to, even as women, we have to stand up for the ones that we love, as in as much as our families have looked after, we are still paying the black tax, and when events like this arise, have to be considerate as well. Ghana is just like in nature. We are human beings. We have given nature to rule over. And you can't just destroy the whole forest and say, no, the rains will come and what. You have to look after, you have to nurture it. You don't have to abuse.
Hi guys,
Yeah.
after Makoloi Kikola live, born. No, Makoloi, that was so profound. And you know what? Ingense Horiki Kame from the previous question that I had. Mara, let me fix this. Let me fix it, Bill. Let me fix it. Because ke hamp, re ka se kgone ya ko pele. Now, I want us as a society, as a nation, to remove that statement sa hore monna ke monna ka dikgomo tsa hae. Because if we are going to do that to men, they are going to bring the point that le wena o mosadi ka ho mpontsha hore o kgona ho tswala. And the two is unfair, guys. It is unfair.
But that is what is happening now. Ask yourself, why
No,
is
but
marriage?
hahuna Moriang,
Yeah, I
Makolo,
know, I
listen
know.
to where
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
heading. That's why we are at the point where we are, because we are judging each other on the womb and the amount that comes from your pocket. And this thing is wrong. That's why we are stagnant as a nation, as a country, because of this. That's why earlier on it really ticked me. No, into the offside, Hori. Now you are going to say to my son, he's not a man because he cannot afford lobola. And life happens, guys. Let me bring reality to everyone. Life happens. I might wish to be Makoti Ole wa 1 million, but today I am not. I would have wished for my family by Lokupa 1 million from the Kumalos. But life happened.
True.
And life has different circumstances for each person. If we are going to sit down and say, Wena haumona because of your pocket, it is wrong. Wena haumusadi because you cannot produce, it is wrong. Eish, now I have moved over that hump. Sekile sharp.
Thank you, sis. Yeah, definitely. So there's things we need to talk. We don't have to sit and say it's culture. At the end of the day, you are the one who suffers. Those people won't be there by that time.
Correct.
Because imagine I go to a bank, I have to get a loan. He has to get a loan. We sit and also we are planning, this is our dream wedding. The next thing, the parents will demand more extra after lobola. And imagine, how are we going to survive throughout? And these are the very same people that do not even bring, not even a cent or even a wood or a matches or a candle. They will be commanding up and up and up and up.
Yeah.
But we say sometimes the Western culture, it does make sense. There's a way of, no, you know what, this one is right. We can learn something, we can opt it for something, and life goes on. Imagine in this coming generation, they're gonna be telling us, you know, Mama, I love this lady, and I can see that she's a wife material. I want to marry her, but I can't pay lobola for what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we both have our ambitions and everything. everything, but I can't pay lobola. And then imagine the lady, the daughter, my daughter will be saying, Mama, don't accept lobola, even if uncle says this. We will end up siding with our kids, and then we will be breaking the family bond that's supposed to be continued. You know, that hatred. Imagine your brother will be saying, no, your child is just, you see, that's where we are heading now. Because these coming generations, they know their rights, they are outspoken, you see, and it's going to be so difficult. Thank you, Sister Lady.
So profound, my sister. It has been long. Kgale ke sa o bone. Fufu,
Yeah.
did you want to add on that?
Yes, Ausna lady. If you remember my statement earlier on, as I mentioned, Hore, these people bayetsa a money scheme in the family ka tšhelete ya malobola, and your question was do we question bonna ba or the manhood of the manhood, hore if as a patale dikgomo, then it means he won't be able to take care of yourself. There are many people who are not married out there, staying with their partners, but everything is perfectly fine. And then also, you look at the rate of divorce that is happening in our country. It's rising up every day. It's rising because of this thing, yeah, lobola. I saw a story, yeah, this guy who said he wants to lobola the girlfriend, and then he knew who the girlfriend has money, but yena na sena tšhelete, and then he said he went to borrow money ko bank, ayo kadima tšhelete e ka 80,000 ko bank, and then he received an SMS probably ya hore unsuccessful loan, abaye approve, and then I editor asendela a girlfriend, a girlfriend or a fiance hore at bank bathi imali izongena. It was a Friday, ile hore tlamele baye ko mahadi ba patala mahadi on a Saturday. So when they are busy waiting for malobola, and then the guy sent the girl message, yo, this bank is not replying, can you borrow me money to lobola you? Then when the bank approves the money, I will then pay you back. I was na lady, guess what, ngwanyana are okay, because bo malume ba fitlile le bo ragadi le bo motswala, and a kenya go tshewa, and the lobola ya nowadays, it's imponeng. People lobola in the olden days, people didn't even know hore uno lobola, ba bona fela so uzwa invitation or ba bona ka flag etshwe so tlo ba le lenyalo, didn't even know when lobola happened. But nowadays we call the deco re bitsa body no events le body ing. So the guy a qeta tšhelete e qeta ho kena, a usna lady 80,000 e kena e clika ko the guy. The girl is calling the guy to ask, how far are you? Didn't she receive a mailbox that says, welcome to my voicemail, this is Sibusiso, I'm not available at this moment,
Yo!
please try again later. Didn't she die that day? Didn't she collapse and bamutela ka metsi a nang le vinegar? Didn't the family start asking questions hore haibo re nkile sekoloto ga yo reka dikgogo ko Hammanskraal le ko Marabastad hore re etse mahadi a hao a bonagale, batho ba motseng re ba reketse le nku ya o amohela bagwenyana. Where is mgwenyana? Mgwenyana goat running away. So this thing ya labelisha banna, this generation, now I love my aunt. I have a very independent aunt, Ausna lady, and I love her spirit in everything that she does. The mother of the ya girlfriend ya cousin yaka, my cousin brother, ukile abuza are, do you guys believe in malobola? My aunt said no. Ngwana hao o mo spendetse 500,000 o mo badisa ko after, in as much as le nna waka ke mo spendetse 500,000 ke mo badisa ko after, ha ona hore ke tlo re ko wena le tlo batla bo 50,000 or 190,000 ya mahadi because ngwana lona o badile and what. And then it happened, Ausna lady, hore batho ba batla ho nyalana. You know what happened in the lobola negotiations? The guy, my cousin brother came le tšhelete e ka 150,000 just to come atlo bontsha family hore this is the money that I have ya lobola. And the family ya hana tšhelete ya re no, we're not going to take your money, take this money organizang lenyalo la lona, tsamayang le yo sign, then go start your own family from out without us accepting any cent ya lobola, but we are accepting you as our groom in the family. So lobola nowadays, in as much as it's important, in as much as it's losing its value, but sometimes it's not important. It's putting pressure on our brothers, basically.
Yeah, that's true. And Fufu, before I clap, okay, let me clap. And I want to correct that statement, not only to men. This lobola is putting pressure on both parties, not
True.
only men. It's not only men who are feel because lwena ulina lady ubona bo ulu banyala. Yo nkahlanya. Ubone ulu sa kenya invitation are ausina lady, you are invited. Wena kana ko ulata uko fourth floor, ulata 44. Hey, bona o bona olo a kentse ba e bitsa bo diamond cut what guys, it's putting pressure on the women and it's putting pressure on the males. Precious, are you back to finish your story?
Yeah, I'm back. To the question now, will you pay your own lobola? No. And by saying ore monna o tlamele approve ore ke monna, I don't mean it in a way ausina lady the old way they used to. Okay, now let's say it's me and my man, re qala ho kopana. He's in love with me and he wants to go make sure everything he does, he do it in a way that my family will want. Firstly,
Precious,
he will
excuse,
come and
can
tell
I
me,
come in
baby,
on
bona
that
ke
point,
na
Hanyan?
tjhelete,
And
and I
I
can
want to
see.
come back with, wait, Precious, I want to come with my face. The moment you say, go to my family and show them that you can pay, do you know that a man can play along to that?
I know, Aslan.
Do you know
Just
that
let
a
me finish to
monster?
reach to that point.
Yeah, do you know that a monster can finish up Lobol? Do you know that a rapist can finish up Lobol? Do you know that someone who is going to beat you blue, black, and blue can finish Lobol? I just wanted to say that.
I know
Mara,
Osnalit.
continue.
Osnalit. I will know his situation. I will know my situation. That doesn't mean or utlamele re ntshe tjhelete at the same time. Re tlo dula fatshe re litho. You know what? Since we like going out grooving, we like doing this, we like doing that, we like doing that. And the end of the month, tjhelete if it go maybe 4,000. Can't we just compromise for a certain time? Re beye tjhelete for these 3 years or tjhelete ya malobola e kopane na? We can do that really too without him borrowing money from my side, but from saving a beye tjhelete on his side. Secondly, we need to know our partner's pocket. I'll give example. Nako Hai, my father invited 2 of his friends on my negotiation day. So those men they say dore ke sa tsena ditaba tsa malobolo. Okay, the day before batho ba ko bo monna ka ba tlotla, he said I must not dore ke tsene ditaba tsa malobolo. I ask, okay, it's fine, I can hear, but how much are you going to charge him? Maleri ke ska tsena. He said 80,000. Mind you, ke motho wa ka ko ntlo motho o. O ile a re matsamaya ka dula le mama ka le papa ka fatshe ka re bonang pocket ya motho wa ka e tseba ke nna. That money is too much, and end of the day, the next thing in the morning o tlamele hore re oja, o tlamele ro reka seshebo, o tlamele re hlokomele bana, o tlamele re dire 1 2 3. This money ya malobolo is not the end of our life. We still need to live ka osane, we still need to do a lot of things. This money is too much. My father asked me, okay, how much does he have? Ka mo botsa hore o na le tjhelete e fitlang e kana, not more than that. The next day they came, my father changed the topic. A botsa batho ba hore ba ntshe bokae. That was the money vele wa na le yona. O ile papa ka re matsamaya, that man said to me, ke o boditse hore o ska tsena ditaba tsa batho ba baholo. Then I asked him a reason hore why will you charge a certain amount? The answer he gave me, because motho wa hao ke motho wa kantle. Batho ba kantle, we know already they can take out the money without any problem. Then I asked him, is he not a human being? Yes, so that's how it was. It doesn't mean ore motho wa hao mana le tjhelete, that money can just come into go banking. That money have other things to do. Secondly, if motho wa hao ana tjhelete, you can save up for certain years. It's not a le ska kenya peer pressure ngwaneng wa batho. Just compromise some of the things that you like to do, he likes to do. For a certain of time, let's save, then do whatever you need to do, then thank you.
Precious, profound indeed. And I like the point where you said sometimes it depends. It depends hore monna how o tswa kae. If you are dating a South African, the price will be down. If he's from the UK, US, Angola, Ghana, the price goes up. Tabang, greetings. Or let me clap for Precious.
Hi, Dimelan family.
Hey, Tabang.
Usna lady, will I help my husband to pay lobola money? No. For me, lobola money is not necessarily about the value of what my parents expect. It is something like a gift. When I come to your house, Usna lady, and you invited me for a lunch and I bring a rose, breaking the roses or wine or whatever, that is lobola for you to be able to sit down with us at ease and be introduced. So here are the dangers when it comes to the issue ya lobola, when it's being overpriced and there is a family that I know. It was in 2019, Osna lady. Whenever you come to pay lobola, you do not pay lobola less than the other one. Ne? So about a month or 2 months ago, the other sister got married, and no, a cousin got married, and she got married to 120,000. And then 3 weeks after, Mushmanwa or the younger sister or the lady got married to 130,000. When this lady was supposed to be married on that day, they said you can never be married to anyone. Personal lady, this thing that we are doing, we are basically putting a price tag onto our kids. Immediately go fihla ko bogadi ga ba go hloele anything.
Yeah.
Part of it is that you came in at an expense. You know, with my husband and I, we did not have a problem, Rona, at all. But the problem came in onto the part Yahori. My father had a lot of conditions when it comes to releasing one, which it is to basically bring in to say that harelahle ngwana. Normally go nyadisha ngwana ka Sepedi ba re o mo isa ko o ya bogadi ga tsa boa mo ga se dirang, which is not like that in our family. They tell you gore this is our background, this is what she knows. So when she gets there, do not even forget or where does she come from. Part of it, it was also the religious part in it. For them, it was offensive, but it was not to my immediate in-laws, but to the extended in-laws. So with that, that was part of the conditions that they were saying, no, ibile mo ka se last because of when I know they have conditions. So when you allow you out to the other side, there is this and that. But these are the things that a parent need to protect their kids against where they are going, not to protect their pride against their peers or the community with the high value of money while ngwana uyakakwa and be disparate. There are people who are saying, no, we can sit down and start discussing the budget. How do you budget magadi le monna gago? That means that immediately when saying that, let's save money, or no, let's take money from dijo tsa bana and then we saving for you are automatically doing. It's the same thing as you go to do a loan. You do a loan, when you come back, we start paying the loan together. Each and every month, the husband needs to take out 10,000 rands to pay up the loan. And then that means that you need to top it up because one plus one is equals to 2. So that means that now you're going to minus the 5 rands from the 20 rands that you have. So indirectly, you are paying for the lobola. My wish when I was a lady, I have sons. I believe if ngwanaka anyala ngwana lady, ne? Now, lady and I could sit down and talk what do we do? Because of basically the point ya lobola is to bless the kids. It's for us to know one another. and we bless them for them to leave. So basically, most of the people ba berekisha magadi go ntsha tlala ka mo gae because of you are hungry, you have been longing to have 100,000 into your account and. So in that way, when I was a lady, I would say if you are a person and then now onyadisa ngwana, ne? Agree with okay, let me mute.
Tabang tsa mo patala lobola. But her point was loud and clear. What Tabang said. Most families ha ba soka ba bona 100,000 in their lives. But for the fact that Naledi studied abroad, they are going to see that 100,000 ka Naledi. And this is where I think the culture that we are bringing up, the culture Yama 2000, they are going to put a stop to this. Tabang, are you back?
I'm back, Osna lady, and it is I'm on duty. So the other thing is that for now, Osna lady, for me to sit down with you and have an open discussion to say that our kids are getting married now. What do we do? How do we bless them? I'm telling you, Osna lady, we would not even put in a condition that now I had a wish in my life that I saw people in my house but let's say mojara thing, and giving them food, and this should be at your cost. Because of now, there is an indirect investment. Ne? One of the conditions when I was getting married, beke kwa mamarno, beke dira soy desadi cold drink kai, and those are the things that they are talking, and that is not marriage. That is not the money or the value is going to be taken out. Yeah, called the and it's not. So now my take is if my son is getting married, let me sit with my friend, my daughter-in-law's mother, the bride, to say that wana wanyala na I will buy the gown. I'm blessing you with the gown, the suit, and everything. And then even if they say to me we're flying away, we are going somewhere, I won't go kata mabala or anything. Lebala ke mo, it can happen anyway. If they're saying to me that we're going overseas, I need to budget money for that and be like, Banabak, I'm joining you, go overseas. Later, you are going to London to get married. But because of I am hungry, this is where I bring in my envy litalayaka into you to say that make a big, very big tent, the whole community, but this has nothing to
Yeah,
do with
that's
the
true.
child. Yeah, and then the other
Eh,
thing when I was a lady, when you are negotiating lobola, there is a person or analyst hopile mahao. Ele ragadi, he knows there is no way ya gore you will discuss the lobola on their absentia. All right, I'm coming. So if now kena le squinchile mama how I'm going to sit down karwaka ngwana iseng wa butaka anyala ka 20,000 or ka 50,000 uska nyajisha ka batho. Look at me very well. I cannot come here and you disrespect me ka 50,000. So that would be the day you see. I think this thing lobola for me, this far, I am an African and I believe it's being exaggerated. And then I believe for a little now we are scoring this scores, Karon.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. What's working,
Yeah.
Tabang? Okay, let me clap first. I'm gonna take Sister Mbisa next, guys. I am closing. I'm gonna take my 5 guests in the guest request. They're gonna close. I'm gonna start with Sister Mbisa, but before she comes in, there's a point that Tabang made. Wabona, those family members that are representing Naledi, Koko Lobola negotiation, there is one who is going to say, Mara Untabseng, was 1,000,000 more than Unaledi. And this is where it is wrong. And this is where the families are going to have their thing, Yoguti. Waka Natuka 25,000. 50,000, wahauki 50,000. So we are looking like sheep. We are looking as if we are in a market.
I'll stick to my words. Yeah, hore. If those greedy uncles and aunts and extended families come and say, they demand more than 150,000 or more than 50,000 lobola because they feel hore ba ile ba o hodisa and they didn't. I think it's about time we prove to them, and I know my 2000 will do that. Call NASFA's community to be on your lobola negotiations so that they can see hore you mean business. And after the NASFA's or whatever bursary that gave you education that you have today, take that money, invest it back to other kids so that they can have also a good education. Now we have people ba lobolwang ka bo 500,000. The next thing they can't do 1 2 3 1 2 3, they begin to be insulted by bo makobo ragadi ba mgwenyana bo sister-in-law because of demand ya tšhelete e ba e nyakang. So my final word is, know your standards as a woman. You are not for sale, and a man is not described by the homotsa high for him to show where he can take care of you. Thank you.
Enkosi. Ulu. Enkosi Fufu. Ulu, you are next.
Oh, it's my turn, right? Osnaled, I still stick to the words of Namunak. Waka mun, Kishwati. Waka munna, haka shota.
I thought iki oko the thing e pinky kamumrahau. That's not the man. Okay,
Nothing.
sorry. My bad.
Nothing. Nothing. But anyways, it's okay. Waka munna. Waka. Nkaya banking Osnaled. And simply because at the end of the day, the family is built with two people. Before kids are involved, it's you and I.
Correct.
I when they kept on saying gore monna o tla bontsha gore o kgone go tlhokomela lelapa. You as a woman also need the same capabilities to take care of your kids. If in a cause of death or anything, you will be the sole provider. Will you be able to take care of the kids? So we should stop putting pressure on one gender, and also we should stop giving, you see, these uncles, we should stop giving them the platform to disrespect our partners. Because I think we are the ones that give them the platform. Gore ba bitsiwe bo rabaiki bo mang, mang, mang. We are the ones who give them the platform. I understand that, Osnaledi.
Correct.
And also, lastly, we are changing the times, Osnaledi. We are definitely changing the times. I told my mom, hore, I ke batle mahadi a o feta 30,000 hore ke kgone a busa.
Yeah.
Because guys, we are not immune from GBV just because he paid lobola or because you paid lobola. Bona, if a man wants to, he will. If he knows the sacrifices you took for him at that hour, there are men who will be appreciative of those type of steps that you took. Or when he was at his lowest, when our pahamis. Understand? We took what society has given us, that monna he wa mirela 1 2 3 4 5 otlo jigel. If you can look, the stories are less than 20%. Let's be realistic, guys. Let's be realistic. Rome was never built in one day. We always say this. Men have invested in women, but then abaras mara when I wrote into 500,000 le mo mahading ao ba reka di bribe pack dia short. You are already memezaring hore he couldn't even afford 3 bribe packs. Let's be realistic. Let's change the narrative. The boy child is having so much responsibilities already before he even gets married. And another thing, Austerlid, we forgot to touch. Do you know that list? Yeah, the gift.
Yeah.
Do you know that list?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all.
on top
Yeah.
of lobola.
Bona ele ena nkuko ya 1,500. I know that list.
Le baiki. Le
Yes.
kuani. Diaka kate kobalena le diaparo. Are they homeless? That money could have went to the homes. We could have
And hold on, while you are on the list, that list was relevant in 1960. You know why? I'm gonna tell you. Yes, le alcohol tabang. That list was relevant in 1960 because 1960, Mama Naledi was not working.
Exactly.
Right? That's why Papa Khabu Naledi was dressing up her and her mother. Now, Olu wa bereka, Sbusiso wa bereka. Why are we putting all these dukes and all these big, big blankets? For what? For who? For the what?
Oi. Nako ya ke lo lata tsela tsa ko Maraba Startups na le ditsela tsa after one wash ko we otlhe ya ko corning e one. And then o ka se itlo tlompotsa gore ile ko corning e one ke re wa itsa re batla. But at the end of the day such things need to be cancelled because what is the relevance of that thing? Because at the end of the day wa utlwa ke re ko lata ya ko Maraba Start ba expectile tsa ko home choice. Now tle ba re yo lo makoti lona akasiboni ka ngothi lento le yosifanela thina ya kufanela vele yakufanela kanti wena usareki dikubo tsawo why. So that list, Ausnaled, you see that list. We need to also start by, it's part of the things that we need to eradicate because those people don't need those things. They do not need them. We would rather go and give a home, go give the people who need, who are in need, and. Le fitlhile lata patalang tšhelete ya fine ko gate he vula molomo aska o tlile mo lefatsheng o goelela motlo a ona motho a o khopetseng vula molomo.
Thank you, Olu. Loud and clear. DK, Palama Gate. Rekwala di gate ka wena.
Ke rapele re kopele.
I think it's better open.
Yo, yeah, ne?
DK wa papa today, ne? I wa papa shame.
No, I ke sana molomo. I ke sana molomo because maybe now I'm still stagnant ko the 1960s, you know, where ne ke bua ke re monna a man must provide. So hora gore ke ko di 1960s. But
No,
but
no, DK, how you got the 1960s? But what we are saying, can we make lobola be relevant ka 2024?
yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand. Hence that is why I said ke ne ke re monna o tshwanetse a bontshe gore o tla tlhokomela lapa la hae. Right? He di speaker di bua mo, I can see gore nna I defined it in a wrong way, you know, gore di potla tsa monna di define gore a ka kgona go tlhokomela mosadi. So that was wrong, you know. But I still say I won't pay for my own logo. Rata tšhelete, I love money. So nka seke bo kampane ra jula or ra shenela home affairs ra yo signa. By doing that e tla be le gore ke between nna le yena ga gona o tsebeng a re ya ko nyetse o la tseba re o te nyetse something like that. So tsebe re ile home affairs and re ilo signa. And another thing ke iponeng gore I was wrong about is pleasing the family ka your life, you know, when I said family maybe di tshwanetse di kopane and the guy o tshwanetse a bontshe family gore o tla kgona o provide. So basically gore I'll be pleasing that my family ka the life e leng gore e tlo phela ke nna, you know. So yeah, I have learned. So I was still stagnant. I was still stereotyping way back while we move forward. That's all I can say.
And you know, DK, Bona, if there is something that I like from you, unali spiriti sahu, you have a learning spirit. Obatla hu tsiba more. And that's one of the things I like about you. And I want to correct you in this manner, in this life. You are not wrong. It's what you thought was right. Remember, we come onto these spaces, we come onto these platforms. Hore re bule dikelello tsa rona. Re bule hore what I used to do yesterday is not done today. How called wrong? Believe me. But it's like the first time. It's like DK. The first time you stepped onto my 2000 sessions, there's a lot of things you had to change. Wena uli DK uli motswadi. But does it mean what you were doing before was wrong? No, it wasn't. It's what you knew. What you knew, that is the parent that DK was. But when you are being surrounded kibo fufu, kibo ausna lady, kibo lelo, kibo precious, we learn. Guys, let me wrap up today's topic. Today's topic was, would you pay for your own lobola? Whether you pay for your own lobola or not, circumstances are different. Men are different. Women are different. Situations are different. So, do you, boo? On this one, I'm going to end it like this. Do you, boo? Remember to surround yourself with people who love you. Surround yourself with people who see potential in you. Surround yourself with people who sees something positive in you. 2024 is going to be a rough year. Mara, if you have people in your corner who love you genuinely, you will make it. As I sign off, I say love, peace, and happiness.